There's a simple and effective way that I discovered to help get me out of this artist block in which I find myself in. And we all share this same feeling of not knowing what to draw or paint at times. I didn't know exactly in which direction to take my next series of oil paintings. And at the moment, I'm still getting my art studio set up, and that means a lot of downtime from my oil painting. We moved back from Colombia, and it's taken me 4 months to flip my home, and drawing was a good alternative to help keep me sane in between laying down hardwood flooring and ripping kitchen cabinets out of the wall. So a box of pencils, a blending stump, and an eraser, that seemed easy enough to set up. And I slowly began to dabble in the beautiful world of graphite and charcoal, and it has taken my understanding of this medium to a whole different level, and I'm loving the process. My sketchbook entries were increasing day by day, so as I sat around sketching faces at night, physically and mentally exhausted, I felt that I had sketched enough, and I had this built-up energy that needed to be released, and I felt anxious at the thought of, what will I paint once I have my house remodeled and once my studio is ready, when everything quiets down and the time came to start considering the next phase of my art journey. And if you're joining me as an artist or a creator, the time will soon arrive when you need more, and you'll have to find a way to work through it, because quitting is not an option for us. As I drew this most recent sketchbook entry, I wondered, how could I incorporate it with my oil painting? And the answer was under my nose, as most often is the case. Using Photoshop as a tool and its blending options would generate ideas and guide me over this hurdle that I found myself facing. And I kept wondering what my first project would be once I was up and running. And panic set in because, man, I had no idea what I was going to paint. And 4 months had gone by with no outlet for creativity. So I could revert to painting a portrait, but I'm over that phase. I want something captivating. I was lucky enough to visit the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and what an incredible place that is. That experience inspired me to move away from just painting a face on canvas, and it pushed me to explore a more artistic way of thinking, more loose and carefree, but being respectful of the process at the same time. Portraiture is still my forte, but I needed to make the portraiture speak and tell a story. So this is the simple yet effective process that helped me tremendously in preparation for my next oil painting. Simple, using Photoshop and finding inspiration through Pinterest. And in turn, it was that simplicity that helped get me out of this trapped feeling. I now had a new and clear direction and would now be able to push the boundaries to new levels that I could have not been able to imagine on my own. But now, through a set of random inspirational images and combined with my sketches, a collage was created. So now in front of me, I have something tangible for my mind to see. And as an added bonus, I would be exercising my imagination so that someday I can simply close my eyes and envision exactly what I wanted to see on my canvas. Just keep digging for those images that will move you, and it takes a while to hit gold. But the more you explore, the more your imagination can start running wild. Just learn to use the tools and let the orchestrated mistakes shape your image. And of course, there's a lot of thought that goes into something like this, but your imagination, when let loose, will guide your hands to do the rest. Use your gut feelings also. It's so important for us artists. As an artist, it is our obligation to bring stories and messages to this world and inspire through our designs and work. A woman sitting on a chair. I like this composition. It reminds me of peace and relaxation, gazing into the uncertain future. I think I'll do a series of paintings with this concept. The framing is interesting and the composition is spot on. So now I have a clearer path to take, and I actually got excited about the process once again. Many times we spend a considerable amount of time learning, practicing, and perfecting our craft from a technical side of it. And we run into a wall, and suddenly finding inspiration and ideas of things to draw and paint seems to disappear. So I invite you to try this process out. It's nothing more than a collage, along with a color palette inspired by images, and the blending option in Photoshop. That's really it. If you're new to drawing, I have a course on Udemy. I'll leave the link in the description. And I hope you found inspiration for your project with my message in this video. Wish me luck.